Moving on to systems of inequalities. A solution of a system of inequalities is X and Y is an ordered pair that satisfies each inequality in the system. When we found all the common solutions, we've solved the system of inequalities. The technique for solving a system of inequalities graphically is similar to that for solving systems of equations graphically. We graph each inequality and determine the points common to the individual graphs. So here we go. In example 4, again, we need to solve a system that says y is greater than x squared. So let's draw x squared by putting our dots at 1, 1, 2, 4, negative 1, 1, and negative 2, 4. And again, that's going to be a dotted parabola just like that. Now it says 2x plus 3y is less than 4. Well, if I had to solve this equation here, I have 3y is less than negative 2x plus 4, which means y is less than negative 2/3 x plus 4/3. So again, I'll go up 1 1/3, then I'll go down 2 to the right 3, and put my line. And again, this is going to be a dotted line, just like so. So it says y is greater than x squared. Well, from previous problems, we know that greater than x squared is inside the parabola. We know less than a line is below the line. So where our two pieces meet, that will be our solution to our function, to our system of inequalities. Now we can check this on a calculator. It's actually pretty neat how it looks. Now the one thing you do have to be careful of, when you put these into your calculator, it has to be solved for y. So this will be x squared here, and negative 2/3 x, or 2x divided by 3, plus 4/3. Now, here's the trick. If you go all the way to the left of y1 and y2, this says less than, or it's blinking on there. You want to make it say less than, so you're going to hit it once, hit it twice, hit it 3 times. For less than, you should have a less than plane shown. Now, sorry, that should say greater than. Let's go back. Okay, so there we have greater than. Hit it 3 times for this one to make it less than. And you'll see when you graph what's going to happen. You see the parabolas there graphed. Where those two parts intersect, that is where our answer is. Let's zoom in once just to see where they intersect. And you can see where they cross, that is your solution, which is exactly what we drew. Now for B, this makes it nice and easy. Y is less than 2x plus 3. So graph that. And it's going to be a solid line because it's less than or equal to it. And then x squared minus 2 is greater than or equal to x squared minus 2. So it says less than that line, and then greater than. Extend this a little bit. We can extend this parabola a little bit. So it says less than the line, so it'll be this way, but greater than the parabola. So actually we'll be shading in this region again. So there you have it. So there's solving the system of inequalities graphically. Not too bad. Just got to know where to shade. Moving on to example 5. Again, we're going to be solving the system of inequalities. First things first, we need to get y equals by itself here. So this will be y is less than or equal to negative 2x plus 10. My second equation here will be 3y is less than or equal to negative 2x plus 14, which means y would be less than or equal to negative 2/3 x plus 14/3. So those are our equations there. Now if you notice, we have x is greater than or equal to 0 and y is greater than or equal to 0. You actually don't have to put these into your calculator, you can change your window accordingly. So we put these in, what, negative 2x plus 10, and negative 2/3 x, or 2x divided by 3 plus 14/3. So that's how you can put that in there. Now, your window, I would make your window 0 to 10 and 0 to 10. Now, if we graph this, we'll have just these two lines if we didn't change what we wanted to change there. Now, if we go left of y1, we will go less than or equal to. So press the enter symbol 3 times. And then for the other one, again, you're going to press it 3 times for less than. Now you'll see what we have. There is your solution. Now this will come in handy once we start doing some linear programming, as we do in example 6. Here's your solution to that system. Now doing the same thing for b. Again, we'll have to solve this top equation for y, so y is negative 2x plus 80. And then the second equation, again, we'll have to solve it for y, so 2y, this should be less than or equal to, should be less than or equal to negative x plus 80, which means y will be less than negative 1/2 x plus 40. Now, the good window that you can use here is you have to think about what your x min and x max would be, y min, y max. Well, it says x is greater than or equal to 0, y is greater than or equal to 0, so my window is still going to be 0. My max, if x was 0, y would be 80. So let's make that 100, x scale of 10. And again, if y was 0, x would also be 80. So we can make that 100, make that 10. Now, we need to change this equation here, negative 2x plus 80 for that equation, and negative 0.5x for 1/2 plus 40. Now they say they're both less than, so when you graph it, this is what we'll have. There's your equation. There's your systems of inequality. And that's your solution. Again, super easy. You can do it on your calculator here. On your homework, though, I will expect you to do it on graph paper. I will provide graph paper for you for this section.